Hello and welcome back to another video, and today we are back with another crypto video. Now, I believe I didn't record a video yesterday, and I really shouldn't be recording a video today because I am feeling a little bit sick. I have a sore throat and it kind of hurts to talk, but nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I still gotta work. I still gotta hustle. I still want to give y'all information that maybe you didn't know. It's been a minute. It's been around a month and a half or a month, close to 2 months actually, since I haven't made a video about Fetch Oracle and liquid loans. Now, I have had a interview with Walrus from Liquid Loans. Amazing guy, smart guy, honestly. And yeah, I just wanted to remind you guys, okay, the reason why Pulsechain is so bullish, not only because it's doing what Ethereum is not doing, right, with the gas fees and stuff. Like literally every single day I literally go to Pulse, right, and I'm looking at, okay, it's a nice APR. We're burning literally Pulsechain or Pulse, the native coin, is literally burning itself. Same thing with Pulse X. Look, it's been like what, not even a full year, and we already burned 2.76%. Ladies and gentlemen, it is crazy. I'm so glad to be in Pulsechain. It's doing DeFi the right way. But okay, there's other things that are bullish, not only because we got Richard Hart right here, right, the guy behind Hex. And by the way, I will make a video about Hex. I want to become a Hexican. I'm just deciding between eHex or pHex. I want to hear your thoughts in link in the description. But I think naturally I will go towards the Hex, right? I've seen people talk about this could reach to $1. That's absolutely crazy if it did. So I don't want to miss on that, right? And if you guys didn't watch my latest video where I talked about I invested $1,000, and this is where I invested it within Pulsechain, the projects that I did, and I think it's pretty you're gonna find it very informative. Okay, you might hear some projects that you have not heard before, and actually already it was a great timing of a video because the next 2 days, or just today when I woke up, the whole market is like up 20 to 30%. So I'm really happy that I invested in or DCA, bought the dips in where I did, because that's kind of the key to it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't buy when everyone else is buying. You know what I mean? You guys already heard the quote before, where what did it say? Be fearful when everyone's greedy, and be greedy when everyone is fearful. Okay, that's where the best decisions are made. Do you think, the choices that the majority is making will make you a millionaire? That cannot be possible. Then you'd have a whole world full of millionaires, or way more. What am I saying? But you guys get what I mean. You know what I mean? There's a reason why the majority of people are not millionaires on this world, right? So don't be like a sheep following everyone, or don't FOMO, fear of missing out. You buy at the tops and stuff. As I said, always learn to DCA, buy the dips, study the market. And I'm not gonna lie, TA and technical analysis with graphs and stuff is not as effective that much in certain crypto graphs, because there's not enough volume that basically allows for patterns to be recognized, because a pattern can literally be invalidated halfway through a pattern or something like that, because just not enough volume, really, right? But obviously it will work with Bitcoin graphs, Ethereum graphs, etc. But ladies and gentlemen, this is not the topic of today. I just want to talk about why Pulsechain is bullish. Okay, besides all the reasons that I talked about on all the other videos, ATROPA ecosystem, Richard Hart ecosystem, Hex, and stuff like that, right? And by the way, I did get people asking me to make a ATROPA ecosystem video, like what is it and etc. I will work on that video, and I've seen someone ask me, can you do a top 5 DeFis in Pulsechain? I will make a video on that as well. The DeFi projects that are giving me ROI, that are making basically money and passive income, right? That's for another video, so stay tuned for that. But ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be focusing on the 2 absolutely revolutionary projects for Pulsechain. Okay, and I believe they're doing it better, at least, for example, Fetch Oracle. What is Fetch Oracle? We're gonna get into that. I kind of have a limited, not the best description of it. The way I think of it, I think an Oracle is basically like an advanced API, right, that allows for highly accurate information to be retrieved. And it's pretty interesting how the way they've done it here in Fetch, because I've read an article where they compared it to, I believe it's Chainlink. I believe they compared it to Chainlink's Oracle, right? With Chainlink's Oracle, they had vetted out nodes, but with Fetch Oracle, the one in Pulsechain, it's much better because anyone can become a node, and it's technically now more decentralized, right? Imagine the whole point with Chainlink is to be like a crypto, autonomous, trustless. You don't need to be like, okay, I trust Chainlink a little bit, or I trust Pulsechain a little bit more. How about we don't even have a trust variable? How about we make a trust list? That's why Fetch Oracle does it correctly. We're gonna quickly skim through the white paper of Fetch Oracle, and we're gonna get to the part where you can make money. Because obviously, I don't want to make every single video on, okay, buy this token, oh, I'm buying this, I'm buying that. No. Sometimes a little bit of education is good. Okay, I was actually thinking, I was looking at Pulsechain, where is it? Yeah, Pulsechain.com. Honestly, I think honestly for a video in the future, I would like to become a validator. You know what I mean? I'd like to become a validator. The only thing is that it costs 32 million pulse, okay? Which basically costs around $2,000. You need to stake $2,000, not locked, so it's not bad. You need to stake $2,000 to become a validator. And I believe there is around, if we go to stats, validators, there's around 50,000. Yeah, no, that's Epoch. There's around 51,000 validators, which is pretty sick. You know what I mean? But yeah, I would honestly love to become a validator and make a video tutorial about it. I know not a lot of you guys will become validators because it costs a lot of money, and I'm not sure about the returns. Obviously, there's a returns right here, 14.52%. That's actually still not bad, ladies and gentlemen. When you compare it to literally other sci-fi, centralized finance, or just other liquidity pools and stuff like that, this one is actually not bad. If you really believe in Pulse, that okay, it will at least, let's say, at least we'll do 5x this bull run, for example, right? We'll do it 10x. You know what I mean? It's still a win-win. 14.52% APR for like a savings, almost like a savings account. It's really great, honestly. And I think it would be such a bucket list checkbox to become a validator, right? And another thing I want to look into and make a video of is to become a delegator. So we're kind of now just talking about, how Pulsechain works, but I'm going to quickly divert into it. Okay. So what does a validator mean? Validator is what a miner would be if we were in a proof of work kind of system, just like Bitcoin is running, right? It relies on high power equipment, waste of electricity, waste of energy, the byproduct, or no, actually the waste product is heat, right? So it's not good for the environment for many reasons. But nonetheless, though, mining is super cool. I'm not hating. It's super cool. If I literally had the money, I would definitely buy some mining rigs and put them somewhere and stuff like that. That could be a video for in the future. But we are talking about proof of stake, where the constraints are different here. Okay, it's not how strong your GPU power is. It is how much tokens do you have, right? And you'll basically get rewards. Those rewards come from transactions, because you being a validator, right? Within your node, with your staked tokens in your node, you're basically verifying contracts and then adding them to the blockchain. You're literally helping Pulsechain operate. So obviously there will be part of that transaction fee, which is pretty cheap in Pulsechain. Part of that transaction fee, I believe, is 75% of that transaction fee goes to the validators and delegators, right? We're going to get to what is the delegator in a second. The other 25%, this is the crazy thing that I love about Pulsechain. The other 25%, I believe it goes to buy and burn. I think that's what they call it, buy and burn. Obviously, reducing the supply of Pulse, which is win-win, deflationary. So yeah, being a validator, there's incentives on that. That's true yield. If you believe there will be more volume in Pulsechain in the future, which obviously it will be, I think it's already having great volume. Right now, I forgot what was the number, but obviously probably stats, blocks. No, am I in blocks? Let's go to PulseX. Yeah, PulseX volume. There you go, 14 million per day. And then obviously back when it just launched, it peaked around 350 million, which is absolutely crazy. But yeah, $14 million a day, pretty sick. That's pretty sick. And liquidity as well, 129 million liquidity. That is amazing. Anyways, being validated is obviously win-win, 100%. Obviously, it's just the upfront cost, because they just don't want people to just spam nodes, right, and exit and stuff like that. So you have to be pretty serious if you want to become a validator. And the next part, that you can become is a delegator. Now, if you think about a delegator, you're kind of a guy who would like to vote or, you know, vouch for a specific validator. So if you look at the validator, for example, and you'd be like, okay, I vote for him. You're basically gonna put your tokens. I believe it's PLS. You're gonna delegate / stake your tokens to that validator, and then you'll make a percentage of his or hers note of that note. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna vote for a validator that is gonna make a lot of money, right? Because of how many, let's say, transactions is going through and how many rewards he's making, or how many tokens he staked, right? And then you basically submit the vote. It's literally called a vote, right? You submit a vote / stake, and then you make revenue from that, which is pretty nice. And I believe there's a minimum amount that you need to, minimum amount that you need to stake / vote to a validator, and I believe it's like a percentage of the validator's, like, stake, right? I'm saying the word stake so many times, but it's as simple as that, really. Delegator, I think, is more accessible to us, and I think that will be one of my next videos, to be a delegator. But all in all I'm saying is proof of stake is such a great, concept, really. And this is why I'm explaining this, because it's exactly what you can do as well in Fetch Oracle. We're going to go through the website, okay? But quickly, actually, I'm going to go through the white paper of Fetch Oracle. We're gonna read the introduction first, and then I'm gonna read the last page, which has use cases. Okay, Fetch is a fully decentralized, transparent, and permissionless Oracle system that is focused on securely placing data natively on Pulsechain. The Oracle mechanism works by using simple crypto economic incentives to secure data through staking and dispute mechanisms, which is pretty great. Like, the dispute mechanisms is pretty interesting. I looked over it. While the community is bound by a token which utilizes anonymous government system and monetary incentive to reward data reporters, keyword reporters, and development of the network, the Oracle. Fetch pushes the horizon of the Oracle far past arbitrary price data. The Fetch Oracle is a protocol for answering on-chain any question of any format. A high level, Fetch is an Oracle system where a bonded set of reporters, okay, answer questions on chain for others to use freely. To create a properly incentivized system, Fetch mints a native token called Fetch, which, by the way, oh my god, you definitely, or at least I am, not financial advice, I am literally leaving a pot of money to buy Fetch, just either to hold, number one, and obviously number two, because I do want to become a reporter, okay, in here, which I believe you require 100 Fetch tokens, which I believe would cost off the bat $1,500. So there's a lot of money that I need to save, okay, to become a validator, to become a reporter. So I really hope I see some pumps with some of my tokens to get some profits from. Rewards in Fetch incentivize reporters to submit data using both peer-to-peer payments and inflationary rewards. Using Fetch, parties can tip a specific question or query they want updated. The reporters can choose whether the reward for fetching the data is worth the cost of placing a value on chain. The security of Fetch comes through a deposit of Fetch that acts as a bond or stake requirement in order for reporters to participate in providing data. The reporters risk losing the stake if they submit data that is successfully disputed. Okay, that's pretty simple. Like, as soon as someone tries to act funny and trying to be like a malicious node, all it needs is some votes, you know what I mean, and it gets disputed, you lose a lot of money now, you know what I mean. But yeah, data submission. To become a reporter, an address will deposit the specified minimum bond amount of the chain. Those Fetch tokens are locked. They act as a bond until the reporter's request to withdraw them. So obviously this is not locked. Okay, the reporter must wait 1 week before they can withdraw. For Pulsechain is 100 Fetch or 1,500 USD in Fetch, whichever is greater in USD value. The minimum USD amount is implemented to provide users a minimum amount of security on the system. Once the reporter has submitted their deposit, a reporter can submit values for any query. Okay, example PLS USD, Bitcoin block, header information, weather data. Wow. After a reporter submits a value, however, they must wait a certain time period, a configure variable starting at 12 hours before submitting again. This is both to allow time for disputes as well as to increase the number of reporters in the system. Reporters can choose to submit values for any ID they want, but in practice, they'll likely pick the ID with the highest tip. IDs can be updated, as frequently as they want. Reporters are rewarded in two ways: in tips, okay, time-based inflationary rewards. All bonded reporters get 2% of tips, and time-based rewards. Fair enough. Different ways to make money. That's such an interesting information. Now, I'm not going to read more of this. Okay, it does go into a little bit of mathematics where you can see how the government's mechanism and how to dispute and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. But we're going to go to the last page. Okay, before we move on to liquid loans, what is liquid loans and why it's so great? I believe it's literally one of the best, if not it will be the best lending/borrowing protocol in all of crypto. You know what I mean? And obviously, even better than the centralized finance, lending and borrowing mechanisms, honestly, or systems. But here, the last page of Fetch, okay? Use cases. The new Fetch system, with its expansion to arbitrary data types, work as an oracle for any piece of off-chain information. That's crazy. You can literally ask for anything off-chain, right? The specific structure of it, and you can also, by the way, if you guys think about, what will the use case be? Oracle would be a kind of a, what can I say? It would allow for smart contracts basically to interact with the Oracle to get highly accurate data. Now, there's a lot of reasons why you want highly accurate data, such as prices and stuff for smart chains, reduced vulnerability, through arbitrage and stuff like that. But we're going to read the actual use case page to tell us more. The specific structure of Fetch, with its lack of finality, I believe it's finality, and ambiguously defined data points, make it a unique oracle and one that is not fit for high-speed values, needing instant accuracy or trusted endpoints that are not open to any reporter. That said, there are still a number of use cases that Fetch works well for. I just can't read today. That Fetch works well for, and we look forward to expanding our user base and our community around these, and even more. Okay, I'm just not reading well. And our community around these, and even more creative use cases. Okay, number of use cases: price feeds. So obviously the one that we just talked about. Pulse/loan. We're gonna get into what is loan. Loan is basically one of the liquid loans tokens. I believe those are the reward tokens. Prediction markets. Example: who is the current president of the United States? Fair enough, man. Like, literally, you can get from Fetch Oracle, which is an autonomous trust list, because it automatically gets the highest ones, and it literally disputes the ones that are incorrect. You know what I mean? There's an incentive to also dispute the incorrect ones, which is pretty good. Bridging assets. Example: bring BTC block headers onto Pulsechain. That's layer 2. Security, data availability, sequencer validation. Fair enough. I need to understand what more is that. But you guys can see how this is absolutely crazy, because you need to understand, okay, even though people are going to be used this off-chain, the rewards are still going to be on-chain, okay? So this is going to bring eyes into Pulsechain. This is revolutionary. This is foundation. This is crypto. This is what crypto is all about, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? Decentralized, autonomous, ladies and gentlemen. Autonomous. It's amazing. So read more about Fetch Oracle, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to leave the link in the description. They talk about the problem, which we kind of read. With Fetch Oracle, you can trust the data your smart contract applications are relying on. As I mentioned, right, smart contracts will use Fetch, will benefit from Fetch, are relying on is accurate and secure data that can be submitted by anyone and checked by everyone. Wow, that is such a strong statement. And how, not strong, as in like beautiful, love it. How it works, this is basically what I just talked about. The users, they incentivize with tips. Reporters, they get it in. And then I'm assuming, this guy, he just got, the right answer to the question, right, basically. And then he received tips from the tip jar. And simple as that, real world data and events. And reporters basically input that. So many people input that, right? And yeah, love it. Such a simple system. You can literally become a reporter, make money off of that. I love it, really. Join the Telegram, link in the description as well. The next one, okay? And by the way, Liquid Loans and Fetch Oracle both are developed basically by the same development team, I believe. Oh, I might be wrong with that, but they're working together. At least that's the least I can know. There's also a reason why, I'm making this video right now. Okay, it's because literally liquid loans will launch this month. But for liquid loans to launch this month, Fetch Oracle needs to launch first. So what does that tell you? Both of those will launch this month, which is absolutely crazy. And the next thing, by the way, is that you can literally test liquid loans in the testnet. Ladies and gentlemen, I literally encourage everyone to do this. Learn to enter testnets, test things out, understand the whole system before it actually launches, so you can be more efficient, right? Okay, you click on change. If you're using MetaMask, it's super easy and quick. It will literally automatically add Pulsechain testnet version 2. You click on that, switches you, and then now you connect. Simple as that, right? And then, for example, you go to add tokens. You can click on this and add it. I believe there was a quicker way to add those tokens, but I'm not sure. But those are the tokens that you want to add, right? So for example, what's the next thing? For example, let's say I wanted to test a staking. Okay, I need loans. Oh, let's say I wanted to borrow. Okay, I wanted to borrow, but you'll basically start with 0 or 1 PLS. Because we're in a test net, we can get free Pulse for free, and I believe the test Pulse is called T-Pulse, right? You need to go to a specific faucet, link in the description, faucet.v4.testnet.pulsechain. You go in here, make sure you're in the correct network, which is a version 3 testnet. You put in your address, click on request, and then it gives you 10 test Pulse per request. But remember, there's a cooldown per 24 hours, so there you go. You exceeded the rate limit. I've already done that already, right? And then literally from there, you can go around and test things that they work or not, and you can see the numbers. You can see not the knowledge base, it was analytics. Obviously this is all just for testing purposes, but this is what it would literally look like once it launches. Pretty interesting stuff. You can borrow USDL. Obviously you have to submit the collateral, which 110%. You got the stability pool, which is really interesting. You basically that's where I believe it's basically lending, right? You're lending to allow for other people to borrow, and you will get money, I believe, in loan. Okay, I'm getting this all, I'm not saying I believe anymore. I'm going to actually read it. But basically, when you're in the stability pool, this is where you make, passive income from liquidation events and others, right? Same thing with staking. Staking is kind of a different side of it, of another passive income. LP rewards, okay, this one is also pretty easy. It's like a farm, but this will only occur for the first 45 days since launch. So I definitely want to jump in on this as soon as possible. Okay, liquidations, you can see who's close to liquidation. And then, yeah, so for example, collateral ratio, this is at 122%. Once it reaches 110 or under, just under 110, it's got automatically liquidated, and then those rewards are going to go to the people who are in the stability pool. Okay, simple as that. But there is other use cases that I probably have flown by. But as I said, this is another great thing. This is 0% interest, ladies and gentlemen. It's an interest-free lending / borrowing protocol. So honestly, I think this is a huge deal for me personally, right? And anyone else who who wants this to be halal, because for example, it's not really good to, we don't really do like interests with borrowing and lending, etc., or borrowing, which is pretty sick. So, and plus overall, like 0 interest, that means you can literally have your collaterals, your borrow, for as long as you want. As long as that collateral ratio is above 110%, you're good. So liquid loans is the first truly decentralized lending protocol built specifically for Pulsechain, fully backed stablecoin, which is USDL. Okay, is pretty interesting. This will be one of the most important stablecoins, right? Imagine when we got USDL and we got PDAI. Those two things, ladies and gentlemen, is crazy, honestly, right? The absolute backbone of Pulsechain. But let's go up and finish the sentence first. Fully backed stablecoin, low 110% collateral ratio, no repayment schedule, as I said, immutable, governance free, no admin keys. Okay, absolutely amazing. So fully autonomous. With liquid loans, you'll never have to sell your Pulse, never selling. 1 USDL is 1 USD worth. Borrow USDL, a fully backed stablecoin pegged to the US dollar. That's maintained by an algorithmic monetary policy. 0% interest rate, as I said, 110% collateral ratio. Liquid Loan's efficient and fully autonomous liquidation mechanism allows users to get the most liquidity for their PLS. Pretty good. And then here, USDL is a native stablecoin that aims to be worth $1. Many stablecoins today are fiat backed, but USDL is different. It doesn't rely on dollars in a bank account. Instead, USDL is minted when users deposit PLS, so it mints on demand. Pulsechain coin, the native coin, obviously, as collateral that has been locked into individual smart contracts called vaults. Pretty simple. I like it. Loan is a secondary token which is issued by the protocol. It captures the fee revenue that is generated by the systems and incentivizes early adopters. You can earn loan by providing USDL to the stability pool. That's what I said, right? You can also stake your loan to earn the revenue paid for borrowing or redeeming USDL. Pretty sick stuff. Multiple ways to become a player in this to make money. You know what I mean? So main use cases. There are many ways you can use liquid loans, including borrow, lock up your existing PLS and mint your USDL loan. Redeem, unlock $1 worth of Pulse for USDL in the future. So obviously you can borrow, then redeem it back, and there you go. It's pretty amazing. Stake loan to earn USDL and Pulse from borrowing fee revenue, and earn USDL to the stability pool, or provide USDL to the stability pool for loan and PLS rewards. Pretty sick stuff. Oh, there you go. This is another nice little illustration here. So obviously you can borrow with Pulse in, Pulse out. That's how it mints, right? And it's obviously connected through the smart contract that's generated, which they call a vault. And oh, there you go. Oh, I really like this. Wow, look, it's highlighting it. USDL, USD out, and then stake, you provide USDL. Oh no, you provide loan in and you get Pulse and USDL out. And then redeem, right? You give them USDL and you literally get those Pulse back. And then earn as well. You give them USDL in and then you get Pulse and loan out. This is so many nice ways to make passive income, ladies and gentlemen. This is what crypto is all about. Like, this literally motivates me so much. I'm very glad to be here. You know what I mean? Pulse X is bullish. Liquid loans, man. I'm so excited for Pulse X when the farms come, the single side staking, PWBTC. Like, what a great time to be in crypto. That's all I'm trying to say. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this video is already way too long. The last thing I wanted to say is, never mind. I was going to say, you can join my YouTube as a member, and I'll be making not daily. Jeez, what am I saying? This is how you can tell I'm sick. Join as a member today to not just only support a channel. I will be providing you guys back in that value. What I'll be making. Okay, this is my DEX screener. All right, I have a watch list. There's a watch list that is right here in the middle called Bull Run Hold. Okay, that list is literally from other whales that I am friends with, whales that have literally years of experience, have been through multiple bull runs, and literally this is what they are holding, right? Nothing else that gets as deep as this. This is what they're holding for the bull run, and they are like kind of betting on this. I'm not saying it's 100% that it will do that 50x, do that 100x, do that 200x, do that 400x. Literally, so on some occasions, some of them could do a 400x. Okay, but I'm just saying, I'm going to be making weekly videos of those holdings that I'm holding now and my other whale friends that are holding. Okay, I believe this is incredible value. The only reason why I'm putting it as a member only type of video, because those tokens are not Pulse chain based tokens. I 100% want to be informative and very transparent with my Pulse chain holdings, as you guys can see from my last video. Go check it out. But in terms of my bull run holdings, the stuff in Ethereum, BNB, and others, very bullish projects, I gotta keep it. I have to keep it members only, because this intel that I'm getting from those whales is so valuable. They've literally spent hours of research, years of experiencing crypto with bull runs and bear markets. You know what I mean? So I have to just respect that, and then put at least I can't just have this information for free. Obviously, as I said, this will obviously be a support to my channel. So expect literally a video very, very soon. The first video about this, and it'll be a weekly video up until the bull run comes. Okay, when the bull run comes, like, it's too late to make any more videos. Okay, which I mean, from here till April is a good amount of weeks, so I want to make videos for you guys as well, because I want to be fully transparent with what I'm holding, so I'm making this accessible to you guys, my bull run hold. But aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end the video there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Join my Telegram group, link in the description. The farmers community, we've got 200 plus members. Follow me on Twitter, link in the description. You know, you can support me, buy me a coffee if you want. You can join as a member. You can comment, you can share this video with your crypto friends and family. You know what I mean? I really hope this was informative to remind you of Fetch Oracle, liquid loans. You know what I mean? Like, ladies and gentlemen, we have revolutionary projects. I didn't even mention Power CT, by the way. That's for a whole nother video. I made a video on it already like months ago. But this is bullish, okay? This is DeFi, the true DeFi platform, Pulsechain. Look at PulseX, the way they made it deflationary. Look at Pulsechain itself, the way it's deflationary. You have validators, you have delegators, you got borrow and lend, and then you got being a reporter. Like, we're doing it all in Pulsechain. We got Bitcoin, that's Hex basically. We got Uniswap, better, that's PulseX right now, and soon we will get the single side staking pool. Imagine. We got Bitcoin where you can buy it where it was back under $100 again. What more do you want? We got ATROPA ecosystem using the liquidity wave theory, right? You got PDAI, the first decentralized, actually decentralized stablecoin. What a time to be in crypto. I'm talking way too much and it's literally starting to hurt my throat, but I'm still going to go to the gym, even though you're not really supposed to go to the gym when you're sick. But hey, I gotta go for those gains. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video there, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and it was worth your time watching this video. I hope at least you've learned something new. And yeah, video soon on how to be a delegator. Okay, take care, guys.